so my dad says this often where he's like, when you were a kid, the doctors tried to put you on medication and give you all kinds of drugs to like calm you down and straighten your head out. And I was like, fuck no. And like, as an adult, now I think about that. I'm like, maybe I needed that shit. Like maybe you should have let them put me on some drugs. Because I was so aware. Like I was doing my own laundry at 6 years old. Like I was very like hyper. And I didn't even realize I had anxiety, that my anxiety was anxiety until like 4 years ago. I was like, oh, that's fucking anxiety. That's what that is. Yeah. And no one knew that when I was a kid. They were just like, oh, you got stomach aches. I'm like, okay, I guess that's what it is,
Right. You just vomit blood. That's just a thing that you do.
For real.
And can I ask,
diarrhea.
Can I ask, I don't know if it's too personal, but can I ask what kind of addicts your parents were?
They were speed freaks. They did. Well, my mom did everything. My she was like a real bad heroin addict. I haven't even seen her in like 10, 15 years.
Right.
So I was watching these adults that were in charge of me ruin their lives. And I'm just like, why can't you just figure it out? Why are you not paying the bills? Why do you keep letting her steal from us? Why is this why don't we just do the shit we're supposed to do? So I'm just like craving control of my own life. And the day I turned 17 and a half, I joined the Marine Corps. You're allowed to join when you're 17. Right. I left high school in the middle of my junior year. I took my transcripts from the office, went and took my GED, got my GED, joined the Marine Corps. But I was just trying to escape, just trying to get out, because I was a shitty kid too. Like me, all this, this fucking energy, call it creative energy or whatever, but having no place to put it. I was out in the streets fucking doing dumb shit with my friends, and we were animals, and my friends were, I was more of a cunt than my friends. I think I just had the ability to like say fucking I couldn't roast people, but like if someone was fucking stupid or something was fucked up, I was the first one to like go off on a monologue about why it was fucked up or stupid. And I was really good at hurting people's feelings. And my friends were like, they thought that was like, oh, that's cool. That kid's like, he'll say anything, and they were all like, my friends were like, they loved to fight. They were stealing cars. They were selling drugs. And I never stole cars. I didn't like to fight. Any fight I ever got into, I was just trying to like break it up. And I've started getting in trouble for worse and worse and worse shit. My friends started going to jail and youth camps. And I was like, if I don't get the fuck out of Las Vegas, like if I don't separate myself from this, I know that I'm going to end up in prison or worse. So I joined the Marine Corps, and the Marine Corps in a way saved my life, but after 4 or 5 years of that, I was like, oh, this ain't for me either, because it's just more dumb motherfuckers in charge of you. I was like, oh, you guys are like my parents, except none of you are doing speed. You're just fucking idiots.
And what years were you in the Marine Corps?
2008 to 2013.
Wow.
And so where did you go?
I got lucky, man. I got to go to Central America. I went to Belize for a little while. Right. And then I got to go to Southeast Asia. I went to like Japan, Malaysia, Indonesia, Singapore, Korea, Thailand.
Oh, I used to live in Korea next to the military base.
Oh, it's beautiful, man. Korea is amazing. Yeah. I had a lot of fun. When I joined, I was like, because I was coming from such a dark place, I was like, I don't want to go back to Las Vegas. I want to just, the best thing for me is I get to fucking die doing crazy shit. And all I wanted to do was like go into the shit. And my recruiter sold me on that too. He was like, oh yeah, dude, if you just go and you don't get held back and you're, in boot camp and you go through machine gunner school with no problems, like you'll get to check in with your unit, and your unit is scheduled to go to Iraq in March, and you get out of your machine gunner school in February. And I checked into my unit in February, and they were like, oh no, they started the workup in December. You don't get to go to Iraq with them. And I freaked out so bad. I wrote a letter to the senator, and they fucking,
send me to Iraq.
Yeah. Right. And the senator reached out to like headquarters Marine Corps, like, what the fuck's going on with this young Marine writing senators? And I got in so much fucking trouble. And they hated me from there on out, and it was fun.
And so they punished you by sending you to like beautiful places, basically.
No, they punished me by not sending me to more schools. So like the Marine Corps has a system where like once you get in, like all they want to do is train you to become a better warfighter or a better leader. And that means like all different kinds of schools that they can send you to on your spare time when you're not deployed. They can send you to like marksman school or scout school or a next level machine gunner school or a helicopter jump school, all kinds of crazy shit. And they wouldn't fucking send me out to schools. I had to like fight tooth and nail to get every opportunity that I could, because the same thing I was when I was a kid. If something was stupid or fucked up, I was the first one to like go off on a monologue about how you don't know what the fuck you're doing and why things are. And a couple of people, like a lot of people in the Marine Corps loved me, like other people that were like hip to the bullshit. But everyone that was just kind of like passing the buck to the next person was like, fuck this kid. You need to shut up because we're all just trying to get through it. When I was like, you know, I was just the young guy that didn't know any better. And I would just fucking, and I'm not right now. I hurt my back in the Marine Corps, but I was in like really, really good shape. I became like, there's 3 types of people in the Marine Corps. You have your like Bible thumpers, you have your fucking, your alcoholics, and then you have like your gym junkies, like the guys who just become like a top shape. And I drank a lot in middle school and high school. Like I partied really hard. So by the time I was 21, I didn't even drink anymore. I was like, I'm over this shit. I don't want to do that anymore. Wow. And I'm not, me and God we don't text anymore.
You guys don't fuck. You don't,
yeah,
we don't fuck with each other.
Yeah. Our Zoom meetings, it's just, you know, sometimes I'll show up and check in. He's never in the room. So I became like a PT stud. Like I just got in really good shape. And then I became the guy who would talk a lot of shit, but no one could they were like, go run or fucking go carry that. And I'm like, all right, whatever. Like I just knew they were going to find ways to fuck me. So